request. Garbage deck activate. So, this one, there's a message. I hereby command you to play the video game. If you don't draw her by mana 3, it doesn't count. Go again. So this is a first. Someone has demanded a garbage deck activate with specific criteria and rules. And this is dangerous because now you guys are learning that you have the ability in a garbage deck activate to basically force me to play it in a specific way. Very scary. Let's go ahead and trash this ranked rating a little bit more. You know, I know you guys are disappointed I haven't played as much Runeterra in the past. To be honest, it's been a while. I'd like to say week, but it's been like a month and a half at this point. Like, I've played a bit in the last month and a half, but not a fucking lot. But I am like, I am struggling with a lot less burnout, so that's nice. So, I'm full mull for Fiora. Apparently, it doesn't count if I don't draw her. Ooh, double standalone. Let me go ahead. I also, by the way, need to reactivate deck tracker. Okay, it is reactivated, so you guys should be able to see, I think, the deck tracker now. There's a chance you might have to refresh the stream. So we drew Fiora on 3. Honestly, who would Culling Strike this? This is ranked. Is this some new thing? Is this a bait deck? Is it full control and there's one Draven here to bait? Everyone's on the train of these champion baits recently. I mean, I can't exactly pass here. This guy would have to be a monkey to attack into me. I mean, I guess I just stand alone. Yeah. I kind of also want a streaking strike while he's out of mana. It is going to cost my Fiora a lot of health, but I also don't think I care about health, right? Just going in when he's out of mana feels actually fairly important. I guess I could also unyielding. This feels good. This is a Mogwai deck? Is it? Draw your Noxus Draven with Catalyst? What is this deck? Strike quickly, strike deadly. What the heck? Wait, that a double flock? I mean, I guess it could be like super heavy flock. It is true. I did overcommit into the flock ranges. It's just a Battle Fury deck. So bizarre. I mean, I could just YOLO the unyielding now and just hope it works out. Hope we don't die to the single flock. Or who the fuck knows what's in this deck. Honestly, just YOLO it. Is that even a good YOLO? Am I even getting anything out of that YOLO? Like, what am I even using Unyielding Spirit for? What's the point? Is it running Brittle Steel? If this fucking deck that's running fucking Catalyst is running Brittle Steel, then I'm actually getting completely trolled. Jesus Christ. Never commit anything that doesn't get you a kill. Yeah, I'm not about to Unyielding Spirit here. Wah. What a god.
Nothing to hold me back.
Outplayed. Yeah, I guess so. Could be Frostbite. Yeah, I mean, of course it could be Frostbite, but I mean, we're always gonna have to force out the Frostbite at some point. The only so the reason we have to I mentioned Brittle Steel, but I didn't mention like Flash Freeze is very simple. Obviously, his deck probably isn't even running Brittle Steel, but the Brittle Steel is something that we have the ability to play around. Whereas the Flash Freeze, we're always just gonna have to force out at some point or another. If my memory serves, it should be like it's like mid 80s%. So this is gonna be, is it a full 10? 10 with 6? 84%? Yeah, 84%. So there's basically in this deck, and sometimes drawing Fiora on turn 4 is good enough. There's a chance that this deck will just lose the game to not having Fiora. And that chance is roughly 15%. 11. Oh yeah, it is 11. You're right. Yeah. No. That's a good correction. That's closer to 10%. Honestly, that's so minor that just between entry and Fiora, that's minor enough to not make it worth going into alt win cons here. Like, we're all in on drawing the Fiora. We're literally 100% in. Yeah, someone was saying 4LW was playing some kind of like Fiora. Is it like a all-in deck, Yang? Fiora Shen. Looks like we just kick all the cards. Uh-oh. Okay, 3 more draws. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Was this a garbage deck activate? Yeah, it was originally, and now I'm just trying to refine this and see what I can do with it. What makes Purify bad but Equinox so good is because Purify is a main deck card that you have to draw sometimes and not need it as much, and Equinox is a card that you get sometimes in matchups where it's good. Like off of Spacey Sketcher, which has a body, you will choose to pick Equinox in matchups where you know it'll get value. However, I want to clarify, Purify isn't trash. It's not like the worst thing ever. It is competitively viable. So we technically have like 1 or 2 more turns to draw Fiora before we actually lose. Like, if we draw it now, we're still maybe okay. 89% by the way. Okay, I'll give myself 1 more turn. I honestly think we're totally fine here.
Nature blesses her followers.
I love all index. This is actually what I love about card games. It's so fun just like conceding when it's like you hit the 10% where you don't draw it and it's like we're out, we're next. Whereas the games that are fun, you know, they feel good. It's like we just mulliganed that entire game, right? It's like some people mulligan cards. I've learned to just mulligan games. I was playing All Out Marauders a bit ago, got some nice picks and deck codes. I'll admit I had a few turn 3 concedes. Oh yeah. Maybe add Sentry. So Avarice and Sentry is actually somewhat considerable in this deck. It really isn't the worst thing ever. The only problem is it's pretty slow and unreliable to actually. Uh-oh! Oh no! Ugh. Oh. That's basically it's very close to a 1% chance to happen back to back, by the way. The game looks like a mulligan to me. Hang on, let me draw 1 more card here. Sometimes you just hit that 1%er and you're just like, I mean, honestly, it is Leona Asaw. I'll just hang on. Wait, let me play this out. Fiora's just not feeling it today. Yeah, sometimes you just forget to put Fiora. Yeah, me too, dude. Oh well. No Fiora, is the calculator doing the math correctly? Yep. I mean, the thing about card games is sometimes things happen. But yeah, I mean, back to back is a 1%er. But I mean, hitting a 1%er isn't even that unlikely. The thing is, we always think about the world like unlikely things don't happen, but it's less likely that no unlikely things will happen. It's like unlikely things do happen. So like thousands of times a day. It's like that 1%er out of, so what, we just experienced a 20-minute window and there's effectively 1,000 minutes in a waking day. So a 20-minute window is roughly 1% of a day, and we hit a 1%er in that 20 minutes. That's happens every day of your life. All right, but if we actually, please, what? Okay, all right, okay, dude. What? What the fuck, dude? How? 0.01%. Happens all the time, guys. Okay, we got it on 4. We got it on 4. That counts. We're fine. See? We're totally okay. It's Zed Lee Sin. How could we lose? We win these every time. So you should try the lottery. Fiora's sick today. She called in sick. She can't make it to the field. Look, we hit. We're good. Yeah. Me too. All right, I'll do a classic burst pass. Waste 5 seconds for both of us. I mean, what is he about to do here? Like, I can always play Fiora, right? He can't actually punish me for playing Fiora. Will? If it was like a Karma, I'd expect maybe Will, but even Karma versions don't run Will right now in this current meta. Well, that's neat. So he might be trying to avoid playing units to try to like go for Nexus HP as the game plan. I think I'll literally... This is actually quite interesting. This is quite interesting. There's a call to pass here instead of attacking, because I'm sort of locking him out of being able to play some units. And if he doesn't play spells, then his lead progress is not doing anything anyway. The Nexus health has a really hard time actually winning the game. More burst passes. Yeah, I think here I just standalone pass. How do we win this matchup? I think this is completely unwinnable. Like, there's actually no way we're going to be able to deal enough Nexus damage here. Like, we can't deal 20 damage here. And he'll just eventually have a Lee. If I have maybe just a shit ton of like concerteds and singles, maybe we'll do something there. That can work. Yeah, I mean, nothing happens here, right? We're good. Just OTK him. But yeah, I have to make his plays awkward. That's the only thing I can do. Just because there's no way... Attacking there just lets him play units. That's an early Hush. Wow. So that's actually really funny. I could troll chant this. So the thing about Hush is she actually doesn't gain counters when she's hushed. So even if I keep her alive here, like that's all good and well, but she won't gain the 1 counter anyway. And we have another Fiora in hand. So there's a consideration to just let this one die and treat the other one. And just save troll chants. Aren't troll chants good? Just barrier it. I wouldn't mind just barriering it. Honestly, if this barrier forces like second Hush, we just win. This Fiora is a 6/6 though. That does matter. I don't know. How much does the 6/6 actually matter? We'll do the nice non-committal elixir play. This is why we had Take Heart. Yeah, Take Heart's not horrible. It isn't. It's kind of like a... similar to Standalone. I think it's unlikely that I would run 2 Take Hearts, but I could see running 1. Discipline of Force off of Twin Disciplines is not a card we really see anymore at all. And Zedley. It was ran in like earlier versions of that when they had like more limited options. Sucks that the kill doesn't count. Yeah, but I mean, that's what Hush does. It's a 3-mana conditional standalone. So the problem with Take Heart is that between standalone and Take Heart, they do the same thing. They're both +3/+3. Obviously, they do it in different ways. But you don't really want more than one of that kind of effect. So this is interesting. If I entry here and go down to 4 mana, I actually don't think there's much he can do to stop that. But I think I might actually just be happier passing. So he skipped his entire turn there, which is pretty big. So again, the question becomes now, are we, like, we could try to threaten lethal, or we could just keep slow playing it. His Lee will just eventually level up and kill us. And, I mean, I do have the ability to try to threaten a 3-turn clock with Repost now. I don't know, it feels kind of unwinnable. Burst, pass, and treat looks good here. I think that's my best play, but... So... I think my best way to win might be hoping that he doesn't draw a Lee Sin, which is like the saddest thing ever. But I'm never dealing enough face damage, and his Lee Sin will literally just eventually level up. And once the Lee Sin's once it's leveled on the board, then maybe having enough single combats could be good, but otherwise we're kind of screwed. So we need to hope he doesn't draw Lee Sin, or maybe we have enough single combat style cards. Not drawing Lee. You had that issue 3 games in a row? Yeah, exactly. And Lee's a 3 of and not a 6 of in his deck. I mean, I'll just go in again here. I am forced into trying to take the kill while I have the opportunity. You have to attack. Once Lee hits the board, you auto lose. Once he's leveled. So that's quite interesting. He played Lee when he doesn't have mana and we do. So, I mean, I can kind of kill it. That's pretty funny. I guess I start with a Troll Chant and then single. Actually, Strafing Strike might be better here to use than single. Single leaves nothing else open. Because I'm burning mana inefficiently this turn anyway. If I single, might as well use the more expensive one while I have free mana. So he definitely misplayed. He might have Nopify here, but I still have the single. So that's one lead down. Now he needs to have drawn 2. So I don't draw Fiora 3 games in a row with entry in deck. Fucking 0.1% chance. If this guy has actually drawn 2 Lees on me here and wins after just feeding the first Lee for no reason, I'm tilted. And there's a Zed. So, I mean, he can't really attack here. And this Fiora is putting him on a clock. Feels pretty nice. Neat. So, we just need to save a shit ton of barriers for the second Hush at this point. It's more likely he fed it if he has another one, right? Sort of. I think it's a misplay either way. So he's got 4 mana left. I think I just block with a barrier. I only have 2 barriers here since I'm 1 mana short of being able to triple barrier. But, I mean, I'm not playing around Hush 2 and Hush 3. Like, I am blocking this. Isn't it literally just Hush 2 and Hush 3 that fuck me? I'm not, like, if he's got Hush 2 and Hush 3, he's just a good player. Block Shadow. So what's the benefit of blocking the Shadow? For the extra kill? Yeah, that's probably worth it. The Zed has permanent attack. I guess just having a unit on board, yeah, sure. It is a bit better. There's just no real downside of letting the Zed live here. I mean, there's no downside to entreating now. And now we're going to have 3 barriers for next turn. And the triple barrier is pretty spooky here. Whee. So Purify can't be used on champions for some reasons. Okay, so what am I playing around? I've got triple barrier. It's literally concussive palm or hushes, but I've got enough barriers.
Strike without worry.
I mean, still have to go in. I wish my Fiora had 1 more health so we didn't have to pre-barrier Will. I mean, Will would be nasty. So he's paling to try to draw something. Concussive is the scariest thing. Obviously Hush is pretty annoying. So we get the surrender out. That's pretty funny. I'm a little disappointed we didn't get the Fiora animation for, you know, ending the video, but here's one anyway.